Hello again, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is John. I'm a full-time eBay reseller based in Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to talk about the phrase, "I'm so happy I found your store." Have you heard that from a buyer? I have. I've heard it across all the different stores I've sold in. I've heard it when I used to work in the bank. "I'm so glad I found your branch." I've heard it in restaurants where I used to work at. "I'm so glad I found your restaurant." And I suppose when I think about marrying the person for me, I say, "I'm so glad I found Jenny." And it's a special thing for someone to say, "I'm so glad I found you." And it made me want to kind of unpack what it takes for a buyer to be compelled to say that to you about your store. And what it comes down to really is branding. Branding really is an umbrella that conveys how you do what you do. Different people will view different aspects of your brand, but ultimately, a brand encapsulates your essence. And for a buyer to buy an item from you and to feel like you did more than sell me an item, you sold me an item but understood me at the same time, that is really what a brand is supposed to do. It's to convey that I did this for you. So when I think about reselling and how a lot of times when someone gets into reselling, they don't start with a brand in mind. They start with a product and profit that they want to gain from that product. It could be clearing out the wardrobe and realizing that some of their clothes still fetch good money. It could be clearing out the kids' rooms and realizing, hey, these toys still sell for money. It could be going to dinner and someone mentioning that they were able to clear out a clearance outlet for books, and then they just put them all on Amazon and they just ship it out every other day when they get a sale. All these things generally start with the product and the potential profit that could be made. And then the question then will be, is the effort worth it? But there comes a point, right, when you want to grow and you can't just rely on the individual sales. You need that repeat buyer, and you need that notoriety, that exposure that comes from people telling other people that you exist. And that is what the brand is for. There comes a point when you need to consider whether you are catering to the high dollar buyer or the low dollar buyer, whether you are catering to the buyer that wants to talk to you or the buyer that doesn't want to be contacted at all. There are so many aspects of the buyer experience that you can choose which ones you want to pick, so that when you create a store, it's targeted at the buyer ultimately that has most of these traits that you want. If you understand most of these traits, you will also be able to pick traits that go well together. I'm trying to think of an example. An example would be, oftentimes high dollar buyers want to be able to talk to you versus low dollar value buyers don't want to talk to you. Oftentimes, if you're selling items that require inspection before payment, then you can't then also want a buyer that wants a hands-off experience. So understanding the buyer helps you to craft, I guess, that brand. And at the end of the day, it goes way beyond product, because let's face it, most products are not special. They may be special to you because you've just started picking them up. But the fact is, there are thousands and hundreds and thousands, sometimes millions of units floating around the world. And eBay makes those items available to the millions of people all around the world. So selling certain items alone doesn't make you special. It's that brand, your approach, how you talk to your customers, your range, how you curate, all of those things. If you think of it like a shop, right? When someone looks through the window, what do they see? How do they feel? Do they want to come in? And when they do come in, are they then drawn into a space that makes them want to stay and come back again and again and again? That so much so that they say, "I'm glad I found your store. I don't go anywhere else now." That's what we want. That's what I want for you. That when you have that, here's another thing. You don't have to game the algorithm anymore. So many of my buyers literally bypass the search because they just go to their purchase history and just come back to my store again, or they find me because someone told them about my store name. that is something that is me and not the algo. It's not promoted listings. That's just when you have a good brand, people come and find you. And when they come and find you, if you are able to confirm their belief of you because of someone else's recommendation, you've now compounded that. You've now got 2 people telling 2 more people, and then telling 2 more people. And before you know it, you're no longer trying to wonder if I need to sell similar, or if I need to end my listings, or if I need to refresh, or if my listings get stale. All that's irrelevant. From that point on, you've got a good business, and eBay literally is just a platform that allows you to not have to build your own platform. That's it. So, in summary, consider what it would take for you as a business owner to create something so that your buyers say to you over and over again, I'm so glad I found your store. I'd love to hear in the comments below what that means for you. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.